In the heart of the Middle East, a quiet revolution is happening. Not political, not economic, but linguistic. A growing number of Israeli homes are now speaking a language far from Hebrew, Tagalog. But how did this Filipino language find its way into the heart of Israel? The answer is deeper than most people think. It began in the early 1990s when Israel faced a shortage of caregivers. Thousands of Filipinos answered the call, leaving behind their islands of warmth to care for strangers in a foreign land. They came seeking opportunity, but they brought something priceless: compassion, laughter, faith, and their mother tongue, Tagalog. Over time, Tagalog didn't just stay inside Filipino homes. It spilled into Israeli kitchens, playgrounds, and even Hebrew itself. Israeli children started picking up Filipino words from their caregivers' words, like salamat kamusta and mahal kita, in these simple phrases. Something beautiful happened. A new connection was born. Language carries emotion, memory, and identity. And in Israel, Tagalog became more than just a language of work. It became a language of love and comfort, a bridge between two very different worlds. During moments of crisis, when rockets fell and fear spread, many Filipinos refused to leave. They stayed with the people they cared for, holding their hands, whispering prayers, singing songs in Tagalog to calm their hearts. Those small acts of courage and kindness built a bond that words alone could never describe. In those moments, Israelis saw Tagalog not just as a foreign language, but as a voice of compassion. They heard in it the warmth of family, the gentleness of faith, the resilience of a people who give even when they have little. Today, there are over 30,000 Filipinos living and working in Israel. Many of their children, born in Israeli hospitals, speak Tagalog as their first home language, a living symbol of cultural fusion. Walk through the streets of Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, and you might hear an Israeli vendor greeting a Filipino customer with "Magandang umaga," or a child mixing Hebrew and Tagalog in a single sentence. Some Israeli schools now include Tagalog words in cultural programs, recognizing its influence in shaping the next generation's identity. Even Israeli sociologists and language experts acknowledge the subtle power of this linguistic exchange. Tagalog has entered Israel's heart, not through colonization or politics, but through care, compassion, and shared humanity. Why did Tagalog take root so deeply? Because every Tagalog word carries feeling. When Filipinos say po or opo, they show respect. When they say mahal kita, it's not just affection, it's sincerity. Israelis felt that difference. They didn't just learn the words, they absorbed the emotion behind them. In every Israeli home where a Filipino caregiver once worked, traces of Tagalog remain. In songs, in prayers, in the little phrases children still remember. Tagalog became the language of care, the sound of comfort in the midst of uncertainty. This isn't a story of migration alone. It's a story of two nations connected by the human heart. The Philippines and Israel, bound not just by politics or religion, but by shared experiences of love, resilience, and faith. Every Salamat Po whispered in Israel carries history within it, a story of sacrifice, patience, and kindness that crossed borders. It's not just gratitude, it's a reminder of how compassion can shape culture, how language can heal, and how even in the smallest words, humanity finds its voice. So when you hear Tagalog echoing softly in the streets of Israel, know this: it's more than language. It's the sound of care that refused to fade away. It's the quiet proof that love can transcend distance, and that the Filipino spirit has found a home in the most unexpected of places. And that is the untold story, the secret of how Tagalog became Israel's second home language.